Good morning, good afternoon, good evening everybody, and welcome to Beyond Standards community. It's your Captain Shanks once again with some more Rise of the Witch King action. And we're gonna continue with our group stage for the World Championship 2019 Rise of the Witch King patch 2.02 version 8. This time between S.P.Q.R from Italy against Khamul from Ukraine. And before we jump into the game, we need to spin the wheel to see which map it is gonna be this time. This time it is gonna be, again, Jungles of Farharat. Oh my god, my wheel loves to spin Jungles of Farharat. Right, I don't care, let's get it. This time between S.P.Q.R against Khamul. S.P.Q.R is a great player, by the way. I've never seen Khamul playing so far, so we're gonna choose the map Jungles of Farharat. Wait, I've passed through. Oh wait. Let them actually join first. We're gonna disable custom heroes and we're gonna disable the ring heroes as well. Shanks, you wanna make a deal? I don't know, man. Depends on what you offer. Alright, Jungles of Farharat. Okay, so I'm gonna go Observer. And S.P.Q.R picks random so far. Map is random. Now we spin the wheel. You can pick faction. Note: the winner has to save the replays and post them in gamereplays.org. Okay, they are both playing random, which is okay. Just gonna remind them that they have to save the replays and post them in gamereplays.org. Right, here we go. The game number 1 is all about to begin. I mean, Irby, let's make a deal. It's okay. So you have 10 days time. In the meantime, we will be getting all the other games. So we're gonna only hopefully miss your games. And when you are back after 10 days, you will be playing, okay? Alright. On the top side of the map, we have the white Man of the West player, S.P.Q.R. And on the bottom side of the map, we have the blue dwarf player, Khamul. Khamul is from Ukraine. And S.P.Q.R is from Italy, by the way. Starting with 2 farms. They didn't pick the PowerPoints yet. So we actually saw a lot of Jungles of Farharat today. I would say that 80% of all games we got to cast so far for the World Championship are actually played on the map Jungles of Farharat, which is quite interesting. Remember, we have 4 different maps in the pool. We have Forts of Eisen, Eastfold, Westfold and Jungles of Farharat. And from those 4 maps what we have in the pool, the least games are played on the map Forts of Eisen. Which might be good for the players, you know, when they dislike Forts of Eisen. Because I think Forts of Eisen is something we saw plenty of times. And most of the games I'm downloading from gamereplays.org and I'm casting them for the YouTube channel, are basically played on the map Forts of Eisen. So it's always nice to see something else, even though it could be nice again from time to time to get Forts of Eisen also in the tournament stream. And by the way, if you are watching right now on the Twitch, please make sure to follow the stream for more content like this and to not miss the tournament games, because September is gonna be World Champions month. And if you're watching that on YouTube, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Remonov, thank you so much for the follow, my man. Appreciate it.
Yo ho ho ho, Remonov just became a pirate.
Yo ho ho ho! Right, stage 2 is coming up for the Man of the West player S.P.Q.R, which is quite interesting to me, if you ask me. But just if you ask me. If not, it's okay. And archery range is coming up as well. In the meantime, we have a fight around this side. Mineshaft is already up on the field. We have soldiers against the Guardians of the Galaxy. And it looks like Guardians of the Galaxy are winning that fight in the 1v1. They are both rallying cold, war chanted, buffed. and more reinforcements gonna follow up, coming out of the mineshaft. So this is all about mobility. Another mineshaft is coming in the middle of the map. The signal fires are still open, no one has the control of them right now. This mineshaft is definitely gonna go down. This fight is actually quite even, I gotta say, but you need to keep in mind that the soldiers, they have a shield wall formation and the whole ground stance. But once the Guardians are hitting level 2, they will be unlocking the charge attack ability, which is gonna give them a real great dueling power. So they can actually, without the rallying call on the enemy units, they can easily outdamage them. Right, let's see what's going to happen. There is a wall hub coming up to save the builder. In the meantime, we have a fight here between Guardians of the Galaxy and the soldiers. More units are coming here. They are creeping the Warclaya on this side. I mean, we have seen so many times Jungles of Farharat that we actually know now everything about this map. And I would like to get more maps. But the thing is, I mean, we had a lot of discussions, right, before the tournament started, and everyone who is being a Discord member knows the discussions and was actually involved in these discussions. By the way, if you didn't do it yet, make sure to join our Discord community as well. This is a great platform in which we can communicate, organize, and become friends with each other. So all you need to do is just scroll down the panels. You will find a panel which is gonna be called Discord. All you need to do is just click on that, and if you are too lazy to do that, just type in the chat !Discord. If you are watching that on YouTube, all you need to do is just check the description. The Discord link is gonna be in the description below. Just click on that, and abracadabra, you will be connected to our Discord community. We have a fight around this side. Reinforcements are coming. 2 battalions of Gondor archers, a battalion of Gondor soldiers. With that being said, this mineshaft will get destroyed. There are some units which were able to sneak through at the enemy side. Forgeworks is coming up for the dwarf player Khamul. And S.P.Q.R is grouping his units. This is a bad fight. He should be trying to get away with his Guardians. There is no reason of fighting that one. There is no way of you winning that one. It's a 1v1 against 4 situation. Bernie Mitz, my man, welcome to the stream, Bernie. Long time no see. How are you doing today? Alright. Units are moving forward. Is rallying call ability available? Yes, it is gonna be available for both the players. It will be used around this side probably. There we go. Rallying call ability has been used from both the players, but the only difference is that S.P.Q.R was using that for offensive purposes, while Khamul was forced to use that for defense. Still, S.P.Q.R is outnumbering. Those archers in the back in the aggressive stance formation are dealing decent amount of damage to those units. The soldiers in the front with the shield wall formation, they should be just switching to the hold ground stance to minimize the damage income from the enemy units. There is a mineshaft. This fight will be won, but Battle Wagon might go to the... There we go, nice trample here. Entire battalion has been taken down, ladies and gentlemen, which is great. But he needs to be careful. There are some pike units on the field, not much, so he can actually look for trample on them. Pikes are far away, they are getting taken down. No pikes guarding those soldiers and those archers. Look the damage income from this Battle Wagon. He's paying off every single dollar of investments, and he costs 500 by the way. The mineshaft will still get destroyed though, unfortunately for the dwarf player Khamul. But he was doing a great job here with his Battle Wagon, already getting him level 2. More will be coming soon probably. He does not have the resources just yet. He is right now around 500. He's getting more and more normal units on the field, making more and more mineshafts. At this side he has also one. This is a great spot to have. The enemy doesn't have any vision control here, so he might not see that any soon. The signal fires are still open. No one has even tried to get them under their control. Battle Wagon is looking to trample those soldiers of Gondor, but they need to be careful here. Don't take too much damage from the Rohan Spearman units. In the meantime, the dwarf player is trying to get the control of the signal fire. He will be able to look the vision increasement now. Now he sees so much more. He sees even almost the archer range from his enemy, which is huge. He's getting a statue up, which is getting damaged, but it will come up anyway. This statue will give 33% increased damage, armor, and 50% increased experience gain, and on top of that, fear resistance, which might be good against Boromir. Remember, when Boromir gets level 2, Horn of Gondor will be stunning the enemy units, but when the enemy units, in this case the units from the dwarf player Khamul, are next to the statue, the Horn of Gondor is not gonna affect them and they won't get stunned from that, which is huge to block an ability like this from Boromir. Because Boromir's only purpose, and the reason why you ever go for Boromir, is actually because of Horn of Gondor. I mean, yes, when you get him level 4, the Captain of Gondor gonna give experience, and then leadership with level 5, it's also not bad. But the main purpose of Boromir in this game is Horn of Gondor, stun the enemy units, and make a great combo with the Rangers, which might come out soon, but first he needs to upgrade his archery range to level 2. Rebuild has been picked from the dwarf player. His rallying call ability is gonna be ready soon. We have also King Brent on the field, by the way. 4 power points collected for Khamul. 625 command points available. On the other side, we have 735 command points available for the Man of the West player S.P.Q.R. He has still units around this side for a long time. I'm guessing he's not using them. Now he finally realizes, oh, I've got some units there. Rallying call ability has been used, and the battle wagon has been taken down, which is great for the Man of the West player. Boromir is hitting up to level 4 already. The statue has been taken down. King Brent has to be careful. Rallying call ability has been used now from the dwarf player Khamul. Will he be able to defend himself? Horn of Gondor is on cooldown, so can't be used right now, but Captain of Gondor ability will be ready. Boromir is tanking the incoming damage. That's gonna force him away, and Lone Tower Special Summon has been chosen as a PowerPoint ability. Horn of Gondor will be used for Gondor, he's screaming, leveling up those soldiers of Gondor. They are hitting level 2, that's gonna be, or level 3 even here. That's gonna be a huge power spike for those units, and Lone Tower will also be special summoned. With that, that's gonna help him a lot to get the control of this side of the map. And the soldiers are winning that fight, obviously, against the Guardians. King Brent is taking a lot of damage from these archers. Boromir was able to get away. There are so many units also from the Man of the West player. With those units, he should be able to take the control of this side. That's what I'm talking about. The mineshaft is being on the field now for a while, but because Man of the West player S.P.Q.R does not have a vision there, this is a great spot to have. I mean, that's really, you need to use the size of the map. It's a big map, so you can actually hide your structures, right, like he does. And he has also, no, never mind, this is from Man of the West player. Okay, so he's gonna move forward. We have still a lot of creeps left on the map. We have here a war creep around this side as well. Mineshaft is coming up, but this one gonna get destroyed pretty much immediately. And the builder might even be in trouble, because there are archers on the fields. They will be bursting him down. Look at that. He won't survive that, unfortunately. Builder will... yeah, but it's not gonna matter. There are so many units, they will just destroy the wall hub and the builder will go down as well. That means 500 resources are gone. It's a great move from S.P.Q.R, from Italy, the Man of the West player in the map Jungles of Farharat. Best game of the day, yeah. I'm good as well, my man. We started today our World Championship for Rise of the Witch King patch 2.02 version 8. And today we had a lot of streams going on, Bernie. This is like the 8th game now out of the group stages. But we have still so many games to cast and stream. We have 32 players in this World Championship. Each group has 4 members. Only the best 2 players will be able to advance to the round of 16. Then we will have round of 16, quarterfinals, semifinals, and then the grand final. And this tournament has a cash prize of $200. Just to increase the motivation of the players and to hype that a bit more. And I'm really thankful to Hisoka. Hisoka was supporting this a lot with $40 donation. Anubis, my man, was donating as well. Bullcat was donating as well. And all the guys who were actually cheering with bits and subs, all that money was invested in this tournament, and we will try to make it as great as we possibly can. And we're having a great day so far. I hope we're gonna continue that. We had a lot of games, everyone is around, everyone wants to play, and I'm really happy about that. And everyone was kind of involved. So Eternal was doing a great job by making those images, creating this intro video for the stream. And then El Ruhir also streaming right now the same match like we do in France community, for his own community in French language. And you know, thank you guys so much for everything. Right, let's see, we're gonna have Hobbit special summon from the Men of the West player, by the way. And not from the Dwarf player, Khamul, sorry for that. And Horn of Gondor will be used, that means Hobbit heroes, Frodo, Sam, Merry and Pippin are able to move, but all the little hobbits are not able to move, they are getting a lot of damage. And that's gonna force Boromir away. This fight will be won by the Dwarf player, but again, he was forced to use a summon like this, which costs 10 power points defensively, which is unfortunate for the Dwarf player. Offense is the best defense. He has units around the top side, 2 battle wagons are moving forward. They should be able to take down this farm. The reason why the farms are glowing like they are glowing is because of the marketplace and the Grand Harvest upgrade. That means they will get 15%, correct me if I'm wrong, 15% increased resource income, which is great. Oh, don't trample them. One of the 2 battle wagons has been taken down, unfortunately for the Dwarf player. They cost a lot, even with the upgrade from the Man of Dale. So units with this upgrade cost you 1000 resources, which is for sure nothing, which is, you know, to ignore. So 1000 resources means a lot in this game. And here we have the Hobbit still around. They should be gone soon. Man of the West player is regrouping himself. The tower is still up on the field. This tower is putting so much pressure. There are even some archers inside. What is the Pippin Merry doing there? Merry is fighting one-man army. His time is gone. He's forced to leave Middle-earth. And Man of the West player is pushing forward. In the meantime, we're gonna have a fight here. We have tower guards also on the field. King Brand is joining the battlefield. So are Guardians and Phalanxes. Boromir is inside the enemy lines. His Horn of Gondor ability is gonna be ready, but just in time, before he could use it, he has been taken down. Even if he would be somehow be able to use that, the statue was up, so it would not affect the enemy units. You can feel how I'm talking. That you can feel that I'm streaming already for 6 hours in a row. Who is S.P.Q.R? S.P.Q.R S.P.Q.R is a player from Rise of the Witch King. He's a great player, playing 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4. He's from Italy, by the way. Battle wagon. Oh my goodness, what the heck? Guys, do you see that damage done from these 2 spearman units out of the battalion? They were almost able to take down this battle wagon in a second and a half. Crazy. King Brand is almost level 6. His train archer's ability is gonna be ready. 12 power points collected from the Dwarf player, 760 command points available for Khamul. The game is still open, by the way. And this is the most balanced game of the day, to be honest with you. And the longest game of the day, to be honest. Alright, we have 6 power points collected after Heal, Rallying Call and Lone Tower. 1000 command points available. That's the maximum amount you can have in this game. Lone Tower special summon. Where did he summon it actually? Let me check real quick. We have one here. That's something we know already. Where did he summon the tower, chat? What the? There he summoned the tower. We're gonna put rangers inside because he see enemies moving from this side. Let's see how effective this is gonna be. There is a statue up. A lot of units are on the field. Let's see. I think this attack should be easily defended. Rallying Call ability has been used from the Dwarf player Khamul. He is trying to take down this tower, but there are just too many units. He can't ignore that. And there was a bad fight for Khamul. Bad use of his Rallying Call. Maybe he did not see the army moving forward. Maybe he was just expecting this lone tower and the archers inside. But there are so many units and that's gonna force Khamul back. And Rallying Call ability was kind of wasted. And the attack was successfully defended from S.P.Q.R. More units from the Dwarf player are moving to the bot side. He has 14 power points. I'm guessing he's gonna save for barrage. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Italy must win. What army S.P.Q.R F? S.P.Q.R is playing Man of the West. On the left side. Alright, let's see. Beautiful. Pogondo! Alright. Oh, wait a second, chat, sorry. Right, Battle Wagon is doing nothing. He has some heal has been used from the dwarf player, by the way. The Battle Wagon has, I think, some Men of Deal inside. No, those are not Men of Deal. This is like a Stitchway, by the way, buffing the enemy units, buffing the allied units, not enemy units. It would not make any sense. Jandalf, my man, long time no see, Jandalf. Thank you so much for tuning in. Men of the West has Ivory Tower, Lone Tower. Wait, yeah, yes. Yes, actually, all the upgrades in this case. Interesting to go for that. What it does is reveals the entire shroud for 30 seconds, which means it reveals the entire map for 30 seconds. And that means we are already in the late game kind of thing. We have a fight around the top side. We have tower guards on the field, the elite spearman units from Men of the West faction. But they should not be fighting against the Guardians, by the way. Alright. We have a fight around this side as well, chat. Hobbit special summon from the dwarf player again for defense purposes. That was the warning arrow, but from Faramir. Is Faramir on the ground, on the field? That's the question. Battle Wagon has been taken down. Ranger special summon from the Men of the West player, by the way. No, Rohirrim special summon. Rangers are already there. Rohirrim special summon slam shot ability will be used from King Brand. Rohirrim are taking down everything. We have also King Dane on the field. Boromir against King Dane, but with the help of the hobbits, King Dane might actually survive. And he's running for his life. He will actually manage to get into the mineshaft, question mark. That's gonna be close. Not even close. Calculated 200 IQ play. He was able to get away. Battle Wagon will be forced to run away. And yeah, there are some catapults here on the field coming from the Forge Works, by the way. Archery range is level 2. We're gonna get to see Men of Deal units as well. He has double barracks on the field, but the pressure is real. Faramir is rank 3. The siblings are around Boromir, Faramir, and Aragorn, the king of the Men of the West. We are just missing Gandalf himself. But unfortunately, in Rise of the Witch King, Gandalf being not as powerful, not even close to the Gandalf the White from Battle for Middle-earth 1. Right. Heroes of Middle-earth, the Fellowship of the Ring. The mineshaft will get destroyed here. There is no way he can actually save that. Maybe the catapults can actually deny that from happening. Once he gets his Forge Works to level 3, he will be able to purchase the Mithril Mail, the heavy armor from the dwarves. And he will be able to research Flaming Shot to make those catapults stronger. But they are not being super effective against the units. However, it's gonna knock the enemy units down. Battle Wagon is on the field, needs to avoid fighting against the heroes. King Dane is super low, by the way. King Brand is trying to keep him alive. And Wandering Arrow might be used, will be used here on the King Dane, but heal was used just in time. King Dane has to run for his life. Run, my man. Run, my old man. King Dane, Aragorn is taking him down. He is hitting level 2. Blade Master ability will be unlocked. Boromir is the man of the game. MVP. And Atelas will be available just in case Boromir or Aragorn or Faramir might be in trouble. Remember, Atelas is not only healing up Aragorn, but all the allied heroes around. And S.P.Q.R has now the map control. He has units coming from the bottom side of the map as well. And let's see how much damage he will be able to deal. King Brand is forced away. You don't want to fight against Faramir, Boromir and Aragorn at the same time. And he has not many units around anymore, by the way. There are a couple of units coming out of those structures. But you can see 1000 command points available for S.P.Q.R, which again is the maximum amount you can actually have. Lone Tower is gonna be ready to be used. Rallying Call is gonna be ready as well for the next upcoming fight. He's grouping now. He's moving with Rangers. They have even the Fire Arrow upgrade They will be dealing even higher damage. 18 power points collected. On the other side, only 560 command points, but the barrage ability is gonna be ready. We're gonna keep an eye on the barrage ability. Slam shot ability has been used from King Brand. So barrage can actually end his lives from those units, but it's not even needed. There are some catapults shooting at, look at this damage from these rangers. That's gonna force the battle wagon back. King Brand is also forced away. Battle wagon will be taken down, but Faramir is taking him down. And barrage ability will be used around this side, taking down every enemy unit from the Man of the West player. But it's not gonna change the fact that Man of the West is still leading. Just look at the map on the bottom left side of your screen. Map control is clearly in favor of the Man of the West player, S.P.Q.R. What a great game so far. It's the most balanced game what we had so far today. King Brand is forced away. We have some trebuchets with Firestone upgrades, and S.P.Q.R just gonna call it GG. So is Khamul. The first game between those players will be won by the Italian player S.P.Q.R. as we're gonna jump right into the game number 2. But before we do that, we're gonna spin the wheel again, and we need to update the scoreboard. So scoreboard is up to date now. Now we're gonna go and spin our wheel. Right. Forts of Eisen, it is gonna be finally, ladies and gentlemen. I know you have been waiting for this moment for a long time. Alright, so we're gonna go right into the game number 2. We don't need to do that anymore. Forts of Eisen, where are you? Right. Alright. Forts of Eisen it is gonna be. And the players are again picking random factions, which is great. So you can see the confidence. That was a really good game. And everyone well played. They are not losing any time, but jumping right into the game number 2. Khamul might win this one, and then it's gonna be 1-1, and we're gonna even see the game number 3 between those players. And this time it is gonna be goblins against dwarves. Again, a really great matchup. This time on the map Forts of Eisen. S.P.Q.R from Italy is leading the series 1-0 so far. If he wins that, he will be winning the best of 3 against Khamul. But we know from the game number 1, those players are pretty equal in terms of gameplay and skill. So there is not a huge skill difference. That's why be aware and wait for a great game. Alright, on the right side of the map we have the white dwarf player from Italy, S.P.Q.R. And on the left side of the map we have the grey goblin player, Khamul. This is the map Forts of Eisen, the game number 2 in the best of 3 for the World Championship 2019 group stage. The qualification for the round of 16. And every win matters. Every win is gonna bring you a step closer to the qualification. And the real tournament is gonna begin as soon as we get to the round of 16. Welcome back, Mr. Smok. Right, we will have Hall of Warriors start. 2-3 mineshafts coming up for the dwarf player S.P.Q.R. The goblin player is starting with a goblin cave and 3 tunnels. Bernard Show 1, my man, welcome. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Alright, second tunnel is coming up for the goblin player on the left side of the map. So goblin against dwarves. You need to keep in mind that the mineshafts have the same ability like the tunnels, right? So you can just do the same thing what a goblin can do, and on the other side the goblin can just do the same things like you can do as a dwarf faction. And in this matchup, I mean, in every matchup map control is really important, and game winning actually wins you the game at the end of the day. But here it's even more important, because the thing with the dwarf and with the goblin factions are the more map control you have, the more you can gain and get by using the map control you have with the tunnels as Goblin faction, or with the mineshaft as the Dwarf faction, using that ability to get inside and outside pretty much everywhere where you have a tunnel or a mineshaft, means you can get so many reinforcements on the field, you can get so many units to make the fights look more in your favor. And it looks like the Dwarf player is moving to the top right side. Goblins are gonna be or try to take down this mineshaft, but again, you can just get his units inside here and then get them out here to deny that from happening. Guardians are inside and they will be joining the battlefield, and they should be able to keep that mineshaft alive. And afterwards the Goblin player will be taking this creep for himself. That's gonna give him the opportunity and the option to capture this flag from the inn. Again, that's gonna give him the opportunity to recruit those hobbits as a special unit from the Dwarf faction. To be able to keep this alive, more units are moving from the bottom side and from the middle from the Goblin player. He has already 3 Goblin caves up on the field. And let me check if Forge Works gonna come up, because against massive spam of Goblins, the battle wagons, they're gonna be the real unit you wanna get on the field. But yeah, but Goblins still faster, yeah, that's true. Movement speed wise, Goblins are definitely the fastest unit, infantry units in the game, but they are no match in a 1v1 against Guardians. But again, obviously the Guardians, they cost much more, right? So the Guardians cost 300 each, and the Goblins, they cost what? 100. So you can get 3 Goblins for a price of a Guardian. So Goblin is just more about the spam. So especially the Goblin warriors, they are only spam, just like orcs. And Guardians, they have like a control ability. They can hold a while, they can stand a while, they can tank incoming damage. They can be the front line for the Dwarf faction, right? And the power of the Goblins are the numbers. So they have also ability which is called a Horde bonus. It's a passive ability for the Goblin warriors and Goblin archers. When gathered in numbers of 100 or more, they will be passively dealing 25% increased damage. So you want to have many of them at the same time on the field. And he's not doing a bad job so far. He was able to take down this mineshaft. This mineshaft got demolished to deny experience and power points from the Goblin player. And Goblin player, by the way, is focusing on the map control, pressuring the map, and getting creeps on the field as well, which is great. PowerPoint wise, he actually did not pick anything just yet. He has 6 and 7 power points, but keep in mind, 5 of those power points, they will be gone. Depends on what he gonna pick. He can pick War Chant or, you know, Creebind or whatsoever. And S.P.Q.R picked Rallying Call. He didn't use it yet. He's going for the Forge Works. That's what I was talking about. Battle wagons, they will be really good to have on the field against the Goblin spam, because right now the Goblin player has 3 Goblin caves and a Spider Pit. Spider Pit on the other side is a great counter to the battle wagons, especially those Spiderlings. They will be most likely one-shotting this battle wagon, but again, you can micro with the battle wagon and upgrade that Man of Tail, keep the distance and clean up those Spiderlings one by one. Really expensive units. 500 for the battle wagon, 500 for the upgrade for Man of Tail. It makes them cost 1000, almost like a hero. So losing them is gonna hurt you a lot. Talking about a hero, we have King Brent on the field. This mineshaft has been taken down. Great move here from the Goblin player. The pressure is real. In the meantime, Rallying Call ability has been used on those two Guardian battalions and on this 1 Pike battalion. We have Spider Links on the field. They should not be fighting. War Chant ability has been picked and used. He needs to disengage and try to fight against the Guardians instead of the Pikes. Many Goblins are around, but you can see that's what I'm talking about. In the whole ground stance, they are quite tanky and really hard to deal with. More Spider Links are joining the battlefield. He is not upgrading that Spider Pit to level 2 yet to get those Spider Riders on the field. Instead, he keeps making those normal Spider Links and expecting a battle wagon on the field soon. Nice move here from the Goblin player. In the meantime, he was pressuring this side, now moving around with the level 3, with the hope he might be able to save them. And they will be respawning over time, as we know. When they are level 2 or higher, they will be healing up over the time by themselves. The first battle wagon, I think, is on the field. I don't see anyone else. The tunnel. What is the builder doing there? He's taking damage. I hope he's not gonna die for that. Poison blades might be... he's watching. He should be able to get away. He needs to make a wall hub if he wants to survive with their units. The builder from the dwarf player has been taken down. That's great for Khamul. In the meantime, this attack will be defended as well. Many units were necessary to defend this attack, but on the other side, on the bright side for the goblin player, not much damage there from those units. Alright, PowerPoint wise, Khamul was able to collect 6.5 power points for himself. He has 650 command points available. He's getting the banner upgrade for this battle wagon to make those units, nearby allied units, stronger. Remember, this is gonna make them 33% in both cases for armor and damage. It's a buff, and they're gonna gain 50% increased leadership. It's not a buff, it's a leadership. Sorry for that. Almost 7 power points, 650 command points for the goblin player Khamul. And for the Italian player S.P.Q.R, who is playing dwarfs, he has 3 power points after having heal and rallying call, and 550 command points available right now. King Brand is leveling up to level 2, taking down those spider links. Spider links, they are getting one-shotted. This is a risky move. Slam shot ability will be used, and that should be enough to keep this mineshaft alive. He's trying to run, but it's too late for that. Right, we're gonna have a fight here. I think he's grouping to Warchan, but Warchan and Rallying Call are both on cooldown so far. Only Guardians and Pikes, many units on the field from the Goblin player. And Poison Blades are getting used. The Battle Wagon is giving, he's using also the whole ground stand, so he's not randomly diving in by himself. Now he can do something. Nice trample here. We have some of those half-troll pikeman units on the field. The oil barrels were used. That's gonna force the Goblin player to disengage, to not stay on the ground. That's because that's gonna happen. Rallying Call ability has been used actually. Warchan is still on cooldown, should be back up soon to be used. Will he be using that? I think it's not even necessary right now. The Spiderlings are looking to get to the Battle Wagon. Battle Wagon needs to avoid them, by the way. Look at the damage they are dealing against the Battle Wagon. Battle Wagon costs a lot of resources. Warchan ability has been used. Cave paths are flying around, and the fight will be won by the Goblin player Khamul. That might be a 1-1, but the game is quite open. It's too early to say that. On the other side, the Guardians are dying. Slam shot ability from King Brand has been used. Rank 4 ability, train archers unlocked. By the way, what Cave Paths do is not only being a debuff to make the enemy units weaker, 25% in terms of damage and 20% in terms of armor, but it also nullifies the leadership, which means the Battle Wagon with the banner is becoming useless in terms of leadership, because banner is a leadership and Cave Paths is negating leadership. So it's actually debuffing not only 25%, but also you are missing 33% increasements in terms of armor and damage from the banner upgrade. Alright, 8.5 power points collected and 550 command points available, 600 command points available for S.P.Q.R from Italy. On the other side, we have 8 power points collected after Cave Paths and Warchants, and 775 command points available for the Goblin player Khamul. He has a bunch of units on the field. Let's see how he will be using them. Warchant and Cave Paths are both on cooldown. Slam Shot is actually putting in some nice work. King Brand is one-shotting those goblins, obviously. This is a risky move. You don't want to dive too deep. Oil barrel ability has been used, and he will be actually heal has been used to keep the Battle Wagon safe and alive. Look the ground, they are actually, look at the animation when they are actually, what? Battle Wagon, what are you doing there, my friend? Go away! Oh, level 2, he will get away, I think. Hobbit special summon, Wild Man of Dunlands picked, and will be also special summon. What a big fiesta fight. Battle Wagon, another one is coming on the field, by the way. Yeah, the other one is got destroyed, I think. Yeah, the other one got killed. This one is putting in some nice work. It's healing at the... it's a Herf, by the way. It's like a Veil from Men of the West. So it's healing allied units, which is great. Feel of Galadriel has been used from Frodo. And this fight is looking great for the Dwarf player. You have Azog on the field being level 3. Once he gets level 4, the Great Battle Rage will be unlocked. dwarves the strongest. Right, key parts are flying around. King Brand is healing up. 5 power points unlocked for the Goblin player, but the fight was lost by the Goblin player Khamul. Great fights here and great special summons. Great micro with the battle wagons. They are putting in such a great work. And in the meantime, more and more battle wagons are coming. We have archery range. We're gonna get to see also extroverts on the field. But map control wise, actually Goblin player has a lot of map control. On the bottom side he has such a great map control, such a great resource income as well on the top side as well. So I mean, yeah, he is actually having trouble right now defending the attacks from the dwarf player S.P.Q.R. But other than that, he's putting in some nice work in terms of economy. Rank 4 unlocked, Battle Rage will be immediately used. He's trying to get to King Brand. King Brand needs to be careful. Look at the damage he's gonna get away by getting into the mineshaft. If he wants to survive, he needs to get away. Can he run away? Yeah, the answer is actually yes. He stops chasing. The mineshaft has been taken down, but just before that, he was able to get out these extroverts on the field. These extroverts are actually hitting, and they will be killing. Yes, there we go. Azog has been taken down. Battle Wagon is still... just got destroyed. This fight should be still won by the dwarf player, by the way. Once they are done, these goblin archers in the back, they should not be big deal for the dwarf player, and they're gonna be gone as well. But what the dwarf player S.P.Q.R should be doing is taking care of the map control, because as long as he has this tunnels up on the field, the resource income will be great, so he can actually keep spamming more and more units. Now he's gonna get those spider riders on the field, and more goblins coming out of the 3 goblin caves he has up on the field. And Fissure is also up. He's gonna get more and more pike units. The reason being for that is because of the battle wagons. Nice trample damage here with the spider riders, but they need to be careful. There are just too many units. You don't wanna stuck inside them because they will be dealing incredible amount of damage. Heal has been used from the dwarf player S.P.Q.R, and more units are coming. In the meantime, we have a fight around the top side of the map between extrovers, goblin warriors, and pikemen from the dwarf faction. This fight should be won by the goblin player. Great surrounding here. That's so important, by the way, the positioning when you are fighting. You need to make sure that many units of your battalion are able to attack the enemy. Even if you have a unit advantage, but if you are attacking from one side, so you are actually pretty much not using your unit advantage, right? And that should not be the case. You should be always using the unit advantage you have by surrounding the enemy forces. Same is also when you are attacking the structure. Make sure that as much units from the battalion as possible are attacking the structure to maximize your damage output. And yeah, let's see. This game is not over yet, by the way. It looks tough for the goblin player, but if he can somehow defend this attack, he has great map control. He has 1000 command points available, 18.5 power points as well. So it means the things are looking greater for him as you might think. And 19 power points almost. On the other side, S.P.Q.R was able to collect 15 power points for himself, has right now 675 command points available. He will be picking the barrage ability, and it will be used where? It will be used for defense purposes to kill those units around this side. Okay, so not offensively, which is great actually for the goblin player. So he knows, okay, this ability is on cooldown. So he might play a bit more aggressive now. 21 power points collected. He's not picking anything just yet. 2000 resources almost. The resource income is looking great for the goblin player Khamul. He will be using this Watcher, and yes, the Watcher is watching, my friends. And that's what look, S.P.Q.R is just calling it GG. And we're gonna get into the game number 3, chat. What a beautiful game. Nox, Rise of the Witch King, my man, welcome to the stream. Ferhats, long time no see, Ferhats. How are you doing today? Welcome, dude. Is Solas participating in this tournament? Unfortunately, Solas is not participating in this tournament. But we have Andy-san participating, Mr. Smog participating, and many other great players participating. So, right. That's a great game, by the way. We're gonna jump right into the game number 3 between S.P.Q.R against Khamul. And before we do so, we need to actually spin one more time the wheel. Let me go to the desktop real quick. Right. Lots of eyes in. Let's see. This time it is gonna be Westfold, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna have Westfold for the third and for the final game in the best of 3 series between S.P.Q.R against Khamul. Okay, Westfold, where are you, Westfold? Westfold should be around this side. Westfold. Okay. All right. I am downloading game. Okay. All right, let's get it started. S.P.Q.R against Khamul. The game number 3. The score is 1-1 after 2 great games between those players. And the final match will be played on the map Westfold. And I'm really excited to see what kind of matchup we're gonna see this time. The first game was won by S.P.Q.R. The second game was won by Khamul. And we can tell already those players are looking quite strong. And they are pretty much at the same level. I don't know what's happening. Oh my god, we are stuck pretty much here, chat. Yeah, now what? Now we need to go back to GR? It's not transferring, yeah. Okay, we need to go back to GR. Sorry for that, guys, my bad. My bad. Alright, so... Okay. No problem. Out, my man, how you doing? Nameless. Alright. Khamul, S.P.Q.R, Elro here. Leave GR? Why should we leave GR? Is it really necessary? Let's try. It should be working normally, you know? It should not be a problem normally. Alright, let's jump right into the game number 3. By the way, guys, after this game, it might be enough for me today. So let's make a deal. If you wanna play off stream, let's talk about that real quick. So if you are organizing a game in a time when I can't be around, make sure that someone else is being the observer in this game to follow the rules of the spin the wheel. That's being the most important part. Because you need to play on a neutral host, that's why someone needs to be joining with you. So you need to find someone who is being in the room, being the neutral host, and he should be spinning the wheel and telling you which map between Westfold, Eastfold, Forts of Eisen and Jungles of Farharat. Or you ask someone else who is streaming like Abba, Eternal or whatsoever, they can also stream the games, I don't mind that. So Westfold, we're gonna close that, we're gonna open that. They told me I need to close the spot number 2, right? Okay. Alright. Beautiful. So random. So the third game, all the time the players are picking random factions. I would like to see a Angmar, by the way. We did see only Angmar once so far. And maybe Angmar against elves or something would be nice. Sasna 233, my man, welcome to the stream. Eternal is such an annoying guy. And now it works. Nice, that's good. That's great. Oh my god, those are big files in this case, look at that. Alright, Men of the West against Elves in the final game between S.P.Q.R. What? You can tell that I am actually streaming now over 6 hours, dude. You can tell that, can't you? Can't you? Sorry for that. My bad. Westfold. Go Shanks. Look, I want to go easy on them, you know? I want to go easy on them. Well played. I know, man. I know. I've learned from the best, you know. I got private lessons from my man Hisoka. Hisoka and me are training in secret, you know. We are smurfing on Game Ranger, so no one sees us around online. So no one can tell, okay, Shanks was online or Hisoka was online. And we are using different names like Noob1, Noob2. And I'm Noobmaster69, by the way. Oh my god, I've revealed myself. Sorry. My bad. Right. I don't want to embarrass you. I don't want to embarrass you. Alright. Observer, random, everything is alright. The Westfold has been picked. And the final game in the Web Westfold between Khamul from Ukraine against S.P.Q.R from Italy is about to begin. And we're gonna have Dwarves against Mordor. What a beautiful matchup. Good against evil. El Clasico for the final game in the best of 3 between those players. As on the right side of the map, we have the Mordor player from Italy, S.P.Q.R. And on the left side of the map, we have the Dwarf player from Ukraine, the brother from another mother from Mr. Smog, the Dwarf player Khamul. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. The games were looking quite balanced so far in terms of skills, macro, and strategy. So I'm expecting a really great game. Just, you know, the early game is gonna be important to survive, and then we might actually have great battles. So let's see. We're gonna have, what is that? Okay, Orc Pit into the second Orc Pit after 2 slaughterhouses. And he's building the Orc Pit right in front of the slaughterhouse to deny this angle, you know, to attack this slaughterhouse from, which is great. 2 Orc Pits are coming up. Eye of Sauron was used. The reason for Eye of Sauron is to get from Eye of Sauron to Industry to boost the resource income. They have Hall of Warriors, Mineshaft, so really fast barracks for both the players. The early game is gonna be the focus. Where is my shiny white collar? I don't know that. Past game, who you think is gonna win this one, Mustafa? Platz, my man. Plat, you are not participating in the tournament, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. You are being in the backup list, or? Basilisk 9, my man, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. And welcome to the pirate ship. Ahoy, matey. Right. Let's see. Guardians are moving to the bottom, and I think he's gonna do the right thing by positioning the orcs right in front of the slaughterhouse to deny. That's what I'm talking about. That's such a great move, by the way. I like to see something like that. Those little things, they are actually such a game-changing thing, you know. You put the orcs, look at that, he's not able to attack the slaughterhouse. That was the goal of the dwarf player. And I like the fact that, you know, S.P.Q.R is thinking about something like that. So this way you can keep that protected. By the time the guardians are taking down those orcs, more orcs gonna come from this 3 orc pits, by the way. He's also gonna get those orc archers on the field to clean up those guardians faster. And the slaughterhouse will be saved for now, which is great. Rallying call ability is available though. He didn't use it at the first place on those guardians. And might be used around this side. Questionable move to get pikes on the field. Pikes are quite weak against swordsmen. Orcs, they gonna focus on the tunnel, on the mineshaft, I mean. But dwarf player needs seriously some more mineshafts. There is a Mordor slaughterhouse. This is gonna go down. Yeah, this is definitely gonna go down. Unless maybe the guardians can actually save the day. That's gonna be the question. Where are the guardians? They are not coming out of this one? Okay, now they are coming out of this one. And rallying call ability has been used from the dwarf player Khamul. S.P.Q.R is grouping up. He has a couple of units on the field to deny his enemy to take down any of his structures. So let's see. Maybe it's time for Pikachu? Of course, my friend. Pikachu, do your thing. Right. Let's see what's gonna happen. Eye of Sauron being active. And they are so strong, those orcs now. So many of them, you know. Nice positioning here with the orc archers, using the aggressive stance, you know, searching and looking for a safe distance between himself and his enemy units to deal as much damage as you possibly can without being in a really dangerous situation to lose them against the Guardians. So far, great defense and great early game from the Mordor player, I gotta say. And now he can actually maybe put some counter pressure. Because the resource income from the dwarf player Khamul is not looking really great, as he has only 350 command points available, 1 power point collected, and also his rallying call ability is on cooldown. On the other side, we have 450 command points available from S.P.Q.R. He has 3 power points collected for himself, and the resource income is looking great after having a really great start into the game. In all week we can play, or we will be playing, if we will only play at Sundays, we will never be able to finish this tournament. So we can play every day. I mean, the thing is that I will be available under the weeks from Monday to Friday. I am gonna be around 6 PM GMT plus 2 at home after the work. Okay, so everything between 6 PM GMT plus 2 till 11 PM GMT plus 2, this 4 or 5 hours almost, I will be able to stream most of the time. But just in case you are living in a different time zone, you wanna play in the midnight under the week, I won't be staying awake till 2 AM. If I do that, I won't be able to stand up and wake up, I mean, in the next day. So, like I said, if you wanna play and you don't see me around, I mean, first of all, if you wanna play and I am around, please contact me. Just don't play randomly by yourself. Just say, okay, we wanna play, then I will look to stream those games. Tomek, my man, thank you so much for the follow and welcome to the Pirates. Oh, it's laggy now, by the way. And if I'm not being around, I'm always checking
Watch
Discord,
out.
by the way. Even if I'm not
entering
at home,
the
I have
ship.
Discord also
Ahoy,
on my
matey.
mobile phone, so I'm checking the messages every hour. So I will be answering your messages anyway. And if you wanna play and I can't stream because I don't have time, then Eternal can stream. Elro here is streaming anyway. Maybe Abba can stream. So Anubis can stream. The reason why the game should be streamed, there are 2 main reasons for that. The main reason biggest reason is because we need a neutral host for this tournament. These are the rules. A neutral host has to be there. And then we need to do the spin thing. So how can I know that you are spinning a wheel and playing the map after the spin? How can I know that? You know? I mean, I can trust you. Yeah, I can trust you, but it's gonna be a bit doubtful when I see only Forts of Eisen games, you know? Alright, the game is quite open still, but it looks great for the Mordor player so far. However, the Dwarf player was able to collect 475 command points for himself. He's going for the archery range, he has Forge Works up on the field. 1000 resources right now, 4.5 power points collected after having Rallying Call, which is gonna be available for the next fight, which might be used around this side. A battle wagon is on the field. We have some Haradrim Lancers coming out of the Haradrim Palace, which is level 2. You're gonna get also Easterlings on the field. To have something against the battle wagon. We're gonna have a fight around this side. You need to be careful here. He's stuck in. 5 power points collected for the dwarf player now. On the other side, 7.5 power points collected from S.P.Q.R. from Italy. He's playing Mordor on the right side. He has right now 800 resources and 650 command points available. And he's looking to get 10 power points collected. This way he will be unlocking the industry ability. That's gonna be a nice power spike in terms of resource income, and that's gonna help him a lot to survive the early mid game and go to the late game in which Mordor gonna be a monster. Nice dodge here from the Mordor player, and let's see what's gonna happen. The fight here, Eye of Sauron being active, heal ability has been used, Battle Wagon is lurking around. Is Mordor strong? Yeah, Mordor is a monster in late game, but you need to think about like this. Sasna. This is, look, everything that I'm saying, just to make it clear, this is my personal opinion. But you need to just think about a faction like Mordor. Mordor has the ability to recruit 2 Nazguls, okay, and a Witch King who can also fly. So that means at some point when you are able to get to your early to mid game, you can have 3 flying beasts on the field, okay, which are super hard to deal with. And then you have the best special unit, in my opinion, the Black Riders. You have trolls, you have catapults, you have really strong archers with the Haradrim archers. So you have such a really great scaling into the late game. I don't want to say that the dwarves are weak, but I would say that in an all-in fight in the late game, so let's say it's late game, everything is up, everyone has 1000 command points available, everyone can make as much units as they possibly can. I would say that the army from the Mordor should be stronger than the army from the dwarves. That's my opinion, I will have to go to sleep now, have to wake up early. No problem, man. You can also play your games 10 days after when you are back. No problem. Right. This game is looking quite good for the Mordor player. He has a bunch of units on the field. This signal fire will be captured by the dwarf player. Extrovers, actually there are some also units from the dwarf player around. More battle wagons are coming out of the forge works. All of warriors and archery range is still level 1. And look, he has also now some lumber mills up on the field. I see 1, 2, 3 actually. It's a great map, a great spot also to have lumber mills. It's obviously, what is lumber mill? In lumber mill you need to harvest the trees and turn them into resources. So making a lumber mill in a map when there are no trees, or making a lumber mill at this spot here is not quite wise, Right, we're gonna have a fight here. We have also black orcs on the field, or nah, only normal orcs. Tainted land will be used. Industry was used before on this slaughterhouse here. You can see it's burning. So the resource income is gonna be increased for 200%, which is great. And also the fact that this slaughterhouse is ranked 3 already. This is gonna be really good for the Mordor player. 1000 command points available. As you know, this is the maximum amount. With Gothmog on the field, battle wagons are looking for a trample. They are actually able to trample down. Eye of Sauron will be used. The pressure is real. Heal ability has been used. He's trying with Gothmog to take down this mineshaft. The battle wagons, they gotta be careful. They can't really go step up and, trample those orcs. There are so many Easterlings being around. This mineshaft is gonna go definitely down. 4 power points collected for the Mordor player S.P.Q.R. The score is 1-1, but the things are looking great for the Italian player S.P.Q.R. in the game number 3 as Mordor against the dwarf player Khamul from Ukraine. He has collected around 9 power points after having Rallying Call and Heal. Right now 600 command points available. Should be able to get 10. Rallying Call ability has been used on those extroverts to maximize the damage output. But I'm guessing, and I'm pretty sure that this is gonna go down anyway. Actually, this orc's not dealing too much damage. Gothmog is running for his life. And yes, he will be able to finish that. In the meantime, more units are coming. The Tainted Land is from Mordor, obviously. As long as they are on the Tainted Land, they will have 50% increased armor. And they will be dealing 50% increased damage as well.
For some guardians.
Yeah, Angmar, we saw only one time Angmar today. Yeah, I don't think that the dwarf player might come back from this situation. Because there is this scaling, right? So over 4,000 resources collected already. So that's incredible. Incredible. So look the resources rising. So I mean, he will be able soon to get Witch King on the field if he really wants to, Angmar is also quite strong. I think Angmar has also really strong combinations. I like the combination when you have those Haradrim archers on the field. I mean, as Angmar, when you have those dark ranges on the field, with the long shot ability and you have Fellwind. I love to see this combination. It's such a great and easy thing to pull off actually to win this fight for yourself. Such a great combo. Almost no counterplay to that. And Fellwind is for me, I don't know about you guys, but I love the Fellwind ability. I think it's such an underrated ability. For me it's the best 5 power point ability in the game. I mean, yeah, situationally, Rebuild is also a great heal, obviously, and stuff. Don't get me wrong. So you can say that in general, but I love the way of game changing with this Fellwind ability from Angmar. Such a great one. Which ability? Angmar, as a faction, has an ability which is called Fellwind. And we are talking about the ability Fellwind. It's just a matter of time. And this game will be over soon. And there we go, beautiful chat. That's what I'm talking about. Witch King is arriving. You fool. No man can kill me. And unfortunately for the dwarf player, he does not have an Eowyn who can scream, I am no man. Right, Khamul is gonna call it GG. Well performed here in this game from S.P.Q.R. Well deserved the victory. Great performance early on, denying his opponent to take down any of his structures by positioning quite well, using every single orc, not trying to suicide with them, send them to death, but using them wisely. Great job, well done. And yeah, if you're watching that on Twitch right now, please make sure to hit that follow button and to not miss any of this live stream games. This month we will be streaming a lot of games for the tournament. If you are watching that on YouTube right now, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope to see you next time.